Learning Hub. It's good to be here. Yeah, nice to have you here. Okay. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, nice to have you guys here. Um, just a second. Just a second. Okay, Sandra, just let me know when to add you. Okay, just send this message so I will know when to add you. Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone where you are joining us. Okay, good afternoon from Oluwa Oluwasomi. Okay, all right. Good afternoon. Hello from Yusuf. Good day from Chukudi Adugo. Good afternoon, Chukudi. Nice to have you here. Thank you for joining Amdor Analytics Internship Onboarding Section. Good morning. Good afternoon, Miracle. Good afternoon, Skulat. Chukujeku. Hello. Yeah, it's nice to have you here. Nice to have you guys here. I am so glad. Cheung came earlier. Learning Hub. That's Cheung online now here. All right. So thank you very much for joining us. Onyeka, Emeka. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. Good afternoon, Onyeka, Chi. Okay. So welcome everyone. So without taking much of our time, we'll dive into the program, but we just use some minutes to introduce ourselves. And of course, while we wait for others to join us and my colleague to join us as well. Okay, so welcome everyone. Welcome. I can see the energy. Paul Njoku, Dare, Bidemi Saka. Thank you for joining us, everyone. I'm so glad to have you guys here. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you, everyone. Okay, so let's introduce ourselves. Let's do something quickly. So let's know ourselves. All right. So my name is Chinyere, and I am joining you from Lagos, Nigeria. So let's do something. Let's do something quickly. If you can hear me, of course I know you can hear me, but let's do something, right? Tell us where you are joining us from, because we want to know where our interns are joining us from. Let's know the location that you are joining us from. I am joining you from Lagos, Nigeria. Can you just do that? Type in the comment section. Tell us where you are joining us from. Let's know where our interns are joining us from. You are joining from United Kingdom. Tell us you are joining from Lagos, Nigeria. Tell us you are joining anywhere Canada. Just tell us where you are joining us from. Yeah, good afternoon, Ndiani Pochinoso. Good afternoon, everyone. Mina Niger. Okay, that's from Omodele from Mina Niger. Thank you very much for joining us, Omodele from Mina. How is Mina today? Hope the weather is cool. Okay, let's know where you are joining us from. Let's know where you are joining us from. Lagos, Nigeria. That's I am joining from Lagos. Okay, have a lot of Lagos, Akwa Ibom. Yes, have Akwa Ibom. Let's wait for someone else. Let's see. Are you okay, Sandra? Are we good? Okay. So Ogun, that's okay, Lagos, Nigeria. I have a lot of okay, Idotsu joining from Lagos today. Marco, okay. Joshua from United Kingdom. Dare Bamidere from Manchester United. Okay, let's know where you're joining us from. It seems as if we have a lot of people joining from Lagos, Nigeria here. Thank you very much for joining us. Okay, let's know. Anambra State. Wow, that's amazing. Nice to have you here. Let's know for that. Okay, Chukwujeku Chinoso from Anambra, Nigeria. Okay, joining for Ekashi Emeka from Lagos, Nigeria. Okay, so I have a lot of people joining from Lagos, Nigeria. So what's going on? What's going on? Everybody's joining from Lagos, Nigeria. Okay, I am joining from Lagos, Nigeria as well, Chino. So, okay, nice to have you here, Chino. So, great, nice to have you here. Please, Sada, please, can you tell them that we have started? I'll just shout that we have started. Okay, Ibado, that's from Enugu. I have few people from the eastern part of Nigeria here. There's one Anambra State and one Enugu State. That's great. So we have a lot of people here in Lagos, Nigeria. So we have someone Olamide from Ibado. Wow. Okay, I am so excited, honestly. And we have people. That's the amazing thing about virtual learning, virtual internship. virtual learning as well. And you can join from anywhere across the globe. You can join from your location. You don't need, imagine that we said that this internship we are going to host this internship live or physical in Lagos, Nigeria. Imagine you coming from, okay, yeah, we have someone here from Akure, that's Ondo State. So imagine you traveling from Ondo State down to Lagos State. Imagine this treks and every other thing that, it will take out of you because you want to be there live. So that's benefit of virtual training or virtual learning. Okay, yeah, we have Faith joining from Ibadan, God's time from Edo State. Yeah, God's time from Edo State. Thank you for joining. Thank you for having. We are expecting over 100 people. So we are expecting over 100 people, and we have less than 50 people on call on this call. So I don't think we can, continue waiting for others. We dive into the program, and I believe they can as well join us. Okay, Nashin. Okay, Nashin joining from Abuja, Nigeria. Thank you for joining us from Abuja. How is Abuja weather today, and how is Wike? I hope he's doing well. All right, thank you very much for joining us. And how is President Tinubu? Hope he's doing well, because you're the one that will tell us how they are doing. Yeah, you're coming from there. Thank you very much, Nanshin. Nanshin. Oh God, that's name. All right, thank you for joining us. Okay, so let me introduce myself, and then I'll introduce Amdor Analytics and what we do here. And of course, I have here with me my colleague, and just a brief. In a few minutes, she will introduce herself. All right. So, welcome everyone. I'm so excited to have you guys here. Like, so excited to have you guys here. And of course, welcome to Amdor Analytics Internship Program. Like, I don't know about you. I don't know what your expectations are like in this internship program. What are you expecting? What if you like, oh, this is what I want from this internship? Well, I just want to be there to know what these guys are up to. Or I am here because I want to go home with something. Right? So just sit back. We are going to talk about everything that you need to know about this internship program. Yeah, your take home, what you will become at the end of this internship program, and a lot of benefits that are included in this internship program. We are going to talk about them very soon. That's why we are having this onboarding section where we tell you about in the internship program, introduce ourselves to you, and of course we get to know ourselves. Now I've seen a lot of people, and I've seen people from my own state as well. Yeah, I've seen people from Edo State, Ibadan, Enugu, a lot of from Manchester United, right? A lot of people there, right? So we are trying to know ourselves, and of course network. Thank you very much for joining us, and I'm so glad to have you here, right? So let me introduce myself. My name is Chinyere Chukwuka, and by God's grace, I'm the founder of Amdor Analytics. I'm a tech professional with over 7 years experience in data analytics and data science. Yeah, as a founder of Amdor Analytics, I have successfully guided individuals with no prior knowledge in tech, right, to smoothly transition into tech, and not just transition into tech, but secure their first role in tech, right? And personally, I've trained over 5,000 participants as a tech professional, and of course, I am the first. Let me say I'm the first, the only Igbo tech trainer. Yeah, that's how to tell people in the use of Igbo language, right? You want to become a data scientist, you want to become a data analyst, and you are finding it difficult to understand what these things are. You never knew that you can actually code with Igbo language. That's what I do, trying to break these things down, make complex concepts easy and accessible for people that can easily learn with their dialect. That's what I do, right? And of course, not just that, my expertise spans across telecommunications, governance, financial, and edtech sectors. And I want to say, welcome to Amdor Analytics Internship Program, right? So I will introduce Amdor Analytics and what we do here, and of course, my colleague who is here with me, we introduce. Say, I don't know how you heard about Amdor Analytics. I don't know how you heard about this internship program. Let's say maybe through via Twitter, LinkedIn, WhatsApp. I don't know. I don't know how you heard about Amdor Analytics. But now let's officially tell you what Amdor Analytics are. Like, what is Amdor Analytics? Who are these guys? What are they into? Right? So that's what I want to do now. Now, we are a tech company. We are a tech company. So we are committed to empowering individuals to become global talent through our comprehensive and accessible training programs, right? We are committed to training individuals with to become global talent, not just you becoming that global talent, like just say, but then how can we make this happen? We try to bring out what intensive, comprehensive, and accessible training programs, right? So that's what we do. We try to bridge this gap, right? That, oh, I don't know how to do this. I don't have tech background. I'm not a computer scientist. We try to break it down so that you can understand this thing, right? And with track record of success, we have trained over 3,000 participants. We have helped them to transition into tech, and not just transition into tech, but secure their first role as tech professionals, right? And we are known for giving out scholarships. That's what we are known for, right? So yeah, over the year, okay, this year now we have given out about two different scholarships, right? Earlier this year we gave out scholarship to one of the well-known, oh, let me say one of the highest university, federal university in Nigeria. That's Federal University Oye Ekiti State 4 year. Okay, we went to the 4 year and we said, you know what, let's give this guys scholarship because I want one of the things that affect Nigerians, and he said that, oh, there is no job after school is because people are not equipped, right? They don't have that in-demand skills, right? So that's what we do. We said, okay, we said to ourselves, let's give this guy scholarship, and we gave them scholarship earlier this year. That was about around March this year. Right now, last month, we said to ourselves again, you know what? Let's look at the whole undergraduates across Nigeria, and we give out 1,000 scholarship to we gave out scholarship to 1,000 undergraduates across Nigeria, and these scholarships are 100% free, right? So, and not just that, we are known with a lot of things. And know what we do, we specialize in training individuals in data analytics, data science, and business analytics. That is what we do, all right? And of course, you will be meeting our tutors, maybe as you proceed into the program, learning a lot about us, right? This is Amdor Analytics, and this is who I am. My name is Chukwuka Chinyere. All right, thank you very much for for joining us. Yeah, we have a lot of people now. Thanks for joining us. So I will wait for my colleague to introduce herself. I have here with me my amazing colleague, so she will introduce herself. Over to you, Sandra.
Hi, everybody. Hi, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on where you're joining us from. So, thank you all for joining today's onboarding session. So, I can see a lot of amazing people here on this live, people joining from different parts of the country, even those joining from the diaspora. So, welcome everyone. All right, so my name is Sandra Ashagade, and I'm a data analytics instructor. I'm a data analyst, Power BI developer. All right. And I have over 3 years experience in using data to help organizations and also training individuals with no technical background to go into this data space easily. All right, so that is it about me. So nice to have you all here join us today. Today is actually going to be a lot. We're actually going to go into a lot, talk about this internship, the reason for the internship, and why it's a good thing for you as a data enthusiast to be here today. Okay, so thank you all very much for joining.
Yeah, welcome. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much, Sandra. Um, okay, so
All
everyone,
right.
thank you. Yeah, you can go on,
All right.
Sandra.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll be moving on very quickly. So, why are we here? So, who can tell me why we are here today? Let me know in the comments. Why are you here? You, especially you, why are you here? I know why I'm here. I don't know about you. Why are you here? So, let us know in the comments. Why are you here? All right, so I'm
Oh,
waiting.
yeah,
So, why are you
tell
here
us like
today?
why you are here. Okay, tell us why are you here? Why do you feel like, okay, I'm supposed to be somewhere, but then I need to be here? Tell us why are you here? I want to learn. Okay.
All right, so let's have it coming. Let's keep it coming rather. So why are you here? Why are you here? What is that reason, right, that made us select you? Because you all were all selected out of over 100 people or over hundreds of people that applied. Okay, so I want to learn about data analytics. I want to learn, gain practical experience, to gain industrial experience on data analytics. Okay, I like that. To gain real world experience. Fantastic. To gain practical experience. So I've seen so far industrial experience, real world experience, practical experience. Great. Great. So I'm here to learn and build my skills in data, to sharpen my data skills. Fantastic. So I'm sure we all have our different reasons why we are here. To upskill and work on real world projects. Great, fantastic. So when you hear of the word or of the term internship, what comes to your mind? So internship is like a short-term work experience that is offered by companies. So because you cannot offer yourself this internship, you have to be an intern in a company. Like you have to work for that company or work in that company for a short term to gain experience. So it is offered by companies to help people like yourselves gain and learn um, practical skills in a specific field. Now let's tailor it down to data analytics. So now the reason why you are on this onboarding session today is to get to know what this internship is all about. And the main reason for internship, in case you do not know, right? It is not just to learn about data analytics, all right? So internships are for people who have learned these skills, right? And they're looking for a means to improve on their skills or to gain or to gain practical experience. Practical experience. All right. And it's also a great way to dive into real world data and see how things work outside the classroom. Now you've learned these skills, right? You've learned these skills, and all right, so you've learned these skills and you're asking yourself or you're adapting yourself, right? Is these skills that I've learned, is it enough for me to get a job? Right? The reason why you learn these skills in the first place is so that you are able to make your mark in the space. You're able to land a job. For many people, it is because they want to go from something so not everybody comes from a technical background, right? So for many people, they are trying to transition into the tech space and they're looking for a skill that they can relate to, or a skill that will not be too hard on them, right? And data analytics is that skill. I would say it's not hard because it has its own um difficulties attached to it, right? And yeah, so for so many people it's because they want to make money. I want to make money. We all want to make money. I mean, if you must do anything, you need money, right? We all want to make money, and data analysts are making it big time in the tech space. Okay, so internship, you are here because you want to gain practical experience. Basically, you want to gain practical experience. How can you use these skills, these tools that you have learned, right? Because when learning data analysis or data analytics, there are different tools attached to it. We have Python, Microsoft Excel, which is the foundational tool. I believe we all know how to use Microsoft Excel because every company makes use of Microsoft Excel, right? So, which is the foundational tool? There is Microsoft Power BI, there is Tableau, there is SQL. I think I saw somewhere on the comment somebody was like, he wants to know how, to make to analyze data, right? Or to gain experience using SQL and other tools. Okay, so we're done with that. Now let's move on to why it's important, or why this internship is important. It is important because it will help you showcase your skills to potential employers. People in your circle, people in your network, that is your social media network, people that follow you, right? When you work on these projects that we're going to give to you, you have something to showcase to your audience. You have something to showcase to potential employers. Now, let me even tell you, most of the gigs, most of the jobs that I've gotten are from People that I don't even know, people on social media, especially on my LinkedIn, because that is where I am more active, right? We all know that LinkedIn is a professional space. So most of the gigs, even currently being here in Amdor Analytics, right? It is because I was always showcasing myself, showcasing the projects that I've worked on social media, right? So internship is important to help you showcase these skills, right? So you are not just a data analyst, a data scientist. We need to know what you can do with your skills that you've learned. And how can you, or what's the better way to showcase these skills, right? People volunteer. You can volunteer in a company, right? You can volunteer to be their data analyst, data scientist, or you can apply to be an intern. Now, there are two types of internships. We have the paid internship and then we have the free internship. So for the paid internship, these are internships where people pay to be an intern in a particular company or organization, right? And then we have the free internship where you apply and you are selected on merit. So you being here is not because okay, it's not because we just want to get you in here. We need to know if you are going to put in the work, right? Because you are here to work, you're not here to sleep, you are here to work, you are here to be hands-on. Like when we give you tasks, we expect that okay, this task you are supposed to submit this task to us at this particular time. All right, so I'm just going to let Shinri talk about why Amdor Analytics.
All right, thank you very much for that wonderful introduction of what internship is and why internship, right? And I think she has actually said a lot. I wanted to say something about that internship, right? But a lot of people drop their own comments in the chat box about what internship is. And of course, I know that we all know what internship is. And she emphasized on the two types of internship where we have paid and unpaid internship. And of course, and why you are here. What actually brought you here for the first time is because let's say that you are selected because of course, as my colleague here, a lot of people applied for this. Well, we said, okay, you know what, let's pick these guys because we want to give them an opportunity to get this experience, of course, hands-on and experience. And of course, I want to believe that you are here because you want to work. Because you can't go to any organization for an internship and you are just going there to sleep. No, not at all. Yeah, you are here because you went to work. Right? And she mentioned why important internship is important, right? It helps you to get experience, right? Not just that networking opportunities, because there's a lot of people that a lot of people have reached out to me, watching you, let me just work free, volunteer work for you guys, because I believe that with that I can be able to network, I can be able to meet with one or two people, and that will give you opportunities. And that's how most of us started our journey, right? So we don't just meet with 100% or 1 trillion gig like that expose us or that give us that breakthrough. Some of us started like with volunteer work, right? Just like what she said here. Now internship mustn't be that you get paid, right? But there's a lot of things that are involved here, and we are going to talk about it now. Let's say we have to understand what internship is and why internship is important, especially for you that you're starting your career in tech, right? Or let me say data, right? Data. Now, I want to say something about this internship. Possibly that we, help you and I to get a clear vision if you're supposed to be here or not. Now, internship is a professional learning experience that offers meaningful practical work related to a student's field of study. Now, this our internship is all about data, right? It's all about data. Now, it simply means that if you are a UI UX designer, if you're a web developer, if you are a robotic developer or something like that, right? I'm not sure that you're supposed to be here, right? So this internship is basically for tech data professionals. You are a data analyst, data scientist, data engineer, HR analyst, business analyst, and so on, right? So you are supposed to be here. But if you're a web developer, if you're a UI UX designer, you are not supposed to be here. So internship must be in your area of study. All right. So that's just what I want to put there. Now, why this internship with Amdor Analytics? Right? Why is their internship so special, and why do I need to continue this internship with Amdor Analytics? Yeah. So one is that she said something about internship is of two sides, right? So we have the paid version and we have the unpaid, where you can pay. All right. I remember last year, a student of mine, one of our students, so when we are yet to start internship, that was about last year. So she finished her program and she wanted to, get more hands-on experience. She's in United Kingdom and she has to pay for her to do her internship with that organization, right? So here you are not paying anything. Our internship for today is 100% free. You are not paying for anything from the beginning of this internship to the end of this internship. You are not paying. Instead, you are the one getting a lot from Amdor Analytics, right? Now that's why Amdor Analytics internship is special for you. I've seen a lot of internship where you ask students to come and pay a certain amount of money, maybe one or two, to get that experience. But this internship program that's starting today, you are not paying, right? So another thing again, why Amdor Analytics internship is special or good for you is because it's hands-on experience. You are going to be working on the real world case studies, right? You are going to, nobody's coming here to teach you, or click here, okay, click here. Nobody's telling you, do you know, okay, that's nobody's telling you that the full meaning of that. Nobody's telling you this, right? You are going to be working on what projects. So hands on project. Nobody's coming here to teach you anything, right? So yeah, of course, you are getting a lot of knowledge, and yeah, you are getting a lot of knowledge before and even at the end of the program. Before the end of the program, you will see a lot of impact. Yeah, you'll be getting what is hands-on experience. Another thing again, right, is for you to have that strong portfolio. Strong portfolio. Let me tell you something about portfolio. I think my colleague said something about it, right? You're showcasing what you can do, because portfolio is one of the things that sets you apart from all other job applicants. You're applying for a job and you are showing your portfolio to let me say to recruiters, showing a lot of projects you've worked on. If you said that you're a data analyst, right? I'm a data scientist. Let's see projects you worked on as a data analyst, as a data scientist. You understand? So these are the things that will set you apart from all other job applicants. So one of the things about this about our internship program is because is that it will help you to have a strong portfolio when you work on different projects, right? Add them to your portfolio, and of course, it sets you apart as well. And another thing again about this our internship is what mentorship sections. You are going to be meeting with a lot of data professionals that will be coming here, talking to you, tell you, okay, this is what you need to do, or you are not getting it right. This is where you're supposed to do it. Mentorship, right? I've seen a lot of people that they have the skills, but there's some one or two things that is stopping them. You know why? Because they lack a mentor, because a mentor is someone that will guide you through, tell you that, come on, this is what you need to do to get better. This is areas, critics. The person will criticize you, the person will tell you, oh, you're not getting it right, oh, you need to do better. So that's what shows that, yes, I'm improving. So you are gonna get in a lot of mentorship sections from now till the end of the program, right? Another thing again, why this internship is in fact is outstanding is because you are going to we are going to pick to of course we will tell you how we select the first and the third and all that, how the program will go, right? um the program, you are going to get three different projects to work on, right? So three different projects. So the first project will come from your week one. That means tomorrow you get your first project. Now we have week two, you get your second project. Week three, you get your third project. Now week four will be general presentation of the whole project. I'm going to elaborate more on how we will do that here, right? But then it's not everybody that will move from stage one to stage two to this stage four, and even to the final stage where you get a lot of data professionals talking to you and then get your certificate or award, right? Yeah, it's not everybody that we get to that part. Now, what are we going to do? those people that we looked at, oh, these guys are amazing, they are standout interns. So what are we going to do to help them, especially those that have not gotten jobs, right? We are going to have one-on-one work optimizations for them, right? Because one of the things that I've seen that's kind of limiting people or kind of weigh people down when it comes to the transitioning into tech is what? How do I monetize it? Guy, I've learned all these things, right? I know how to use Excel. I know how to use Power BI. I know how to use Python. I know how to use everything that you can think of as a data analyst, as a data scientist, as a BI business analyst, right? But then, how then do I monetize it? I find it difficult to monetize these skills. So these are what we are going to give those guys that stand out to complete all their tasks. All right. So we are going to give them one-on-one in Upwork optimization section because we want them to monetize these skills. When we look at you and see that yes, this guy has done well, so we help you to push you to get start getting money from that skills. I don't know why you want to you transition into tech, right? My colleague says on the year that I don't know. A lot of people transition because of career advancement. A lot of people transition because I just want to see another thing. People are just talking about tech everywhere you go, just tech. I don't know. Well, let me just see that tech. And a lot of people transition because of the money in tech. Yeah, the money is there. Yeah, passions, of course, supposed to be there. But then please let's not take the part away, right? And the fact is what? How do I monetize my skills? That's the main thing, right? When you acquire the skills, how then do I monetize it? So we are going to help those guys to make sure that they monetize their skills. Another thing again is that we are going to be, you are going to be getting award at the end of the program, right? Award and certificate that's the best interns that get to the third or the fourth stage of the internship, right? They are going to get award, and of course, you are going to see how the award and the certificate will come in place. Another amazing, somebody said amazing. Another amazing thing about this our internship is that there is going to be live feedback from data professionals every Sunday. So when you work on your project, you know a lot of internship programs that when you work on them, you after everything you just submit. Nobody's even telling you that oh you're doing better or you're not getting it right. Okay, at the end of everything, they might give you a certificate or they might not give you. But all you can say is that, come on, I have finished this thing and I'm good, right? So, no, this is not what we stand up for. So, we are standing on that note that, come on, you work on your projects every Sunday here, 2 p.m. every Sunday. If the time is going to change or the day is going to change, we will communicate that to you guys. But you are going to be getting live feedback from data professionals. So people are going to come here to tell you, come on, this is not good. Come on, this is good. Oh, you are doing better. This is what you should have done. Right? Before that, you move to the second stage. Now, let me elaborate more on that, how to get to each stages. Right? So every day, every week, rather. So tomorrow by 2 p.m. No, tomorrow, I don't know the time, but tomorrow you will get your first project. Okay. So the first project might not be that so hard. It's something that everybody can because we want to push you to the second stage. We want everybody to get to the second stage, right? Yeah. It might not be that tough, right? Yeah. So everybody will get the first project to work on tomorrow. So by tomorrow morning or thereabouts, you get that project dropped on your mail, right? So you work on that project and submit. And we are going to tell you the mode of my colleague here will tell you much about the mode of submission, right? But then you submit every Friday, 11:59 p.m. 11:59 p.m. every Friday. So you have about 5 days or 6 days to work on the project and then you submit, right? Now on Saturdays, we will review it. We'll review the project you've submitted. Now, after reviewing it, on Sunday, 2 p.m., there is going to be live feedback from data professionals, right? I think I need to stop here. There's a lot that you will be getting, just like I mentioned the internship, the live feedback, the standing out portfolio, and the Upwork optimization, and award again that you come to the best interns. All right. So let me just stop here so that my colleague will take up from that. Hi, over to you, Sandra.
All right. Thank you very much, Chinyere. So you see that you're going to be getting a lot, okay? And internship is not a time, when they say if you snooze, you lose. So no snoozing, no losing. It's not a competition. You're not competing amongst yourself, no. But the thing is, we are going to, whenever we give you a task, Not everybody is going to move to the next stage. So this is something that you should actually note. Not everyone is going to move to the next stage because we're only going to select the outstanding performance for each stage. All right, so do you have any questions before we go into the mode of submission and submission? What are the criteria to move to the next stage? All right, so let us know in the comments your questions in case. Also, all right, there's a question here. I hope the projects are within our domains. I asked because I haven't learned visualization yet, just SQL. Well, so there is one thing that I do tell my students here at Amdor Analytics. Um, it is not about the tool. All right, it is really not about the tool. It is your ability to use whatever tool you are presented with to bring out insights. All right, so you can make use of SQL and you're actually delivering valuable insights. But then you have to show us your workings, right? You have to show us, okay, this is what you did. So I'm going to get there. All right. And then again, I also believe that internship is an avenue for you to learn new skills. So the fact that you haven't learned visualization yet does not mean that you can't learn it. All right. So we are going to give you a reasonable amount of time to submit. It is not because there are internships that they will give you a task today and they expect you to submit tomorrow. But no, we are going to give you a reasonable amount of time to submit your work. All right. So please, even if you do not know how to visualize yet, you can still learn it. You can learn how to visualize basic visualization, pivot charts in Microsoft Excel. You don't even need to go to Tableau or go to Power BI or whatever tool that is out there. You can start from the basic visualization in Microsoft Excel. Because the thing is, when you visualize your findings, it is very easy for your audience to be able to relate and understand better. Yeah, thank you. So it is very easy for your audience to be able to relate and understand better. All right. So look at it as an avenue to push yourself to learn. And then, of course, the projects are within our domain. Don't worry, you get it. And the good thing about being an E10 is that whatever you don't know, you ask questions. And we
Ask.
also try our best to explain some terms to you. Of course, we are not going to give you data, or we're not going to give you a task that is so complex, right? Because for every task, what we do tell our students here at Amdor is that for every task, there is always a background study. There is always an objective. With that objective, you know what to do or what your audience actually wants to see. All right, so let's okay. Are we submitting dashboard or presentation slides? Okay, so you are going to know, right, at the point of the task. When the task is given to you, you are going to know what your deliverables are or what we want to see. So it can be a dashboard, it can be a presentation, it can be an article, it can be anything. Okay, so I hope there are plans to move us to either Zoom, Meet, or any of the platform that allow listeners to respond with audio. Okay, so I think we are going to, well, I think my colleague here will talk about that towards the end if there would be something as such. All right, so in order not to waste our time, so if you have more questions, please drop it in the comments. Don't worry. Okay, so there won't be any publishing because of the restrictions. Yeah, I actually understand the restrictions attached to the Microsoft account. All right, but if there would be any need to publish, we'll let you know and we'll put you through. So we are here to guide you all the way. All right, so all the way we are here to guide you. Okay, so the next item on the list here is, what are the criteria for merit? That is, what are the criteria that will get you promoted to the next stage? The number one criteria, and I hold this one personal to my heart, the number one criteria is attentiveness to instructions. If we tell you to do A, please do A. Do not do ABC, right? Okay, so attentiveness to instruction, because at the end of the day, we are your target audience. Or let's say we are the stakeholders in this case at the end of the day, right? Because we are the ones who are going to select your work, select the outstanding performances, and then promote them to the next stage. So make sure that during the course of this internship, during the course of this internship, you are attentive to every instruction that you are giving. Please and please and please. Okay, it is very important that you are attentive to instructions. Then after that, the next thing or the next criteria for promotion is you need to have a LinkedIn account. I don't know how many of us here have a LinkedIn account. If you have a LinkedIn account, please let us know in the comment. If you do not have if you do not have a LinkedIn account, also let us know in the comment, because this is very important. My colleague mentioned this internship will help you build a solid portfolio. Now, one of the ways you can get a job as a data enthusiast, as a data professional, is when you have projects to show. Your certificate is not enough. The fact that you have Microsoft's okay, so that certificate is called PL 300 certification, right? Is a popular Microsoft certificate. The fact that you have that does not mean that you have the skills needed to excel in the workspace. All right, because there are a lot of people that actually pay others to do that certification exam for them, and employers know this. Okay, so they know these things that people are paying to get certified. All right, so one of all right, so the criteria here is you need to have a LinkedIn account, because on that LinkedIn account, whatever task we give to you at the point of submission, or when or after submission, right, you will be required to make a post on your LinkedIn and tag us, because this is one of the criteria. We need to see what you are doing. Okay, so one of the things that we key into in this internship is that we need our interns to build in public. I'm not going to come here to promise you that we have a $1,000 job a month to give to you. No, the real work has to be done by you, by yourself. I'm not going to do that work for you. You are going to do that work by yourself. Okay, so you need to have a LinkedIn account. That way you are building in public. You are showing people that, okay, I do not just have data analyst on my bio, on my LinkedIn. I actually know what I am doing. Okay, so you have to make a post on LinkedIn. So you're going to be given 3 tasks. Okay, so at the point of submission or after submission, you are going to make a post on LinkedIn and tag us. After that, another criteria is you need to have a Medium account. How many of us know of Medium? So Medium is a platform that lets you go into details, right? Have that lets you write articles on different things. So as a data enthusiast, you can write articles on your project where you walk us through the background study, the methodology. So I'm going to show you how to do just that. So let me look at the questions that we have here. I think I saw some. Okay, are we paying for the certificate at the end of the internship? I don't know if you joined late, but Chinyere already walked us through that. You're not paying for anything. And please note, this certificate is not for everyone. We want you to know that. Remember, I said this is not a competition amongst yourself, right? But you need to make sure that you outperform or you outshine. It's not a competition, yes, but you need to do excellently well so that you can move to the next stage. We are only going to give certificates to the outstanding interns. So whether or not you get certificate, okay, this internship is still important, because at the end of the day, you are gaining experience. So I know I said certificate might not be, certificate is also important. It is also a plus. When you have a certificate, it is also a plus to show your employers that, okay, you're actually certified in this field. Okay, so while certification is important, the experience itself is importanter, or is more important. Okay, so I'll tell you a story of how I got a role as a senior data analyst. I'm going to share that story very soon. Okay, so Vivian asked, how are we going to be guided on how to create a portfolio? Okay, so are we going to be guided on how to create a portfolio? So I'm going to show you, walk you through that, but please, there might be some things that I will not touch. That is why you have the internet. Okay, so I don't believe in phone speeding. Is it phone? Yeah, spoon. I don't believe in spoon feeding interns. No, I believe that you have had a little, you have background knowledge already. Okay, so I'm just going to walk you through the basics. I'm not going to give you A to Z. That is why you are interning. Interning is an avenue for you to go the extra mile, to think outside the box, to push yourself to do better, to learn new skills. All right. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, so the criteria, like I said, let me just reiterate on that. Attentiveness to instructions. Please make sure that you follow instructions. If we tell you to submit this time and you submit past that time, that means automatic disqualification. There is no please, I forgot, I did not have. We are not going to accept that, okay? Because we are trying to, tailor it down to a specific number of meters. Okay, can we put the internship as? Of course, you can put this internship as your work experience, please, because these are actually real life or real world data. Okay, so we're not giving you dummy data sets, we're giving you real world data so that you get a feel of how the real world looks like. So I can see I have a LinkedIn account, I have a Medium account, I do not have a Medium account. So if you do not have a Medium account, please make sure that you get one. All right, so I'll show you how you can post your project on LinkedIn. Sorry, not on LinkedIn. How you can post your project on Medium. So these are things that you can actually learn. There are so many videos on YouTube, okay? There are so many videos on YouTube where you can learn how to do all of these things. So very quickly, I am just going to be showing you how to get started with Medium. All right, how to get started with Medium. And I'll be sharing my screen for that. Okay. So please, Shinri, let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes, I can see your screen.
Great. Now, let's assuming you've created your Medium account. So don't worry, to create a Medium account is actually very easy. Okay, so you can see a video on YouTube, you can go to Google, how can I create a Medium account? And then you can create yours. It's actually very straight to the point, straight to follow. So let's say you have a Medium account already. So this is my own Medium account. All right. So Medium is a place where you post articles. It can be different things. It doesn't really or necessarily have to be projects, but it's also a good way for you to build a portfolio. All right. It's also a good way for you to build a portfolio. And these are the articles that I have written. I'm going to show you how you can start writing your article. Okay. So these are the articles that I've written: data cleaning and transformation in Power Query, how I got started in tech, a data analyst story. As you can see, this was in 2022. All right. Intro wrote. So there are so many things that I have done. So this was a project predicting the next flood date in the city of Lagos, Nigeria. And this was from an internship. So you can see that this internship was strictly real world, predicting the next flood date in the city of Lagos, Nigeria. So I'm going to show you, let me just click on one. So I'm going to open data cleaning and transformation in Power Query. So let's see what this article looks like. Okay. So most times we add images to our articles to make it, more user friendly, something that people can relate to it, and it's also a way for you to catch the attention of viewers or your primary audience, right? Because without images, without these graphics, most times it is hard for people to read your work. So when you have these images, it draws attention to your article. All right. So you can see here that I have this okay, so let me just go back. Let me open something else. So I'm going to open the predicting the next flood date in the city of Lagos, because this is what we expect from you. All right. So when you want to post your article, you need to have like a background or an introduction to that particular task or project. All right. After the introduction, we have the methodology. In this place, you are going to walk us through your methodology, how you were able to accomplish, or how you were able to solve that business problem, or how you were able to actually treat that task. That is in the methodology section. In my methodology here, I have data sourcing, where I talked about how I got the data. I talked about the tool selection, the tool that I selected, and the reason for selecting that tool. So we're not going to tell you, okay, use Power BI, whatever tool that you want to make use of, right? You can make use of it as long as the tool efficiently helps you to solve that task. You can make use of it. So I talked about a lot of things in my methodology. So I basically walked my audience through it, and then you'll be required to have a conclusion. So just in case, right? Maybe you might be wondering, with this video be recorded, we are streaming live on YouTube. So after this live, you are going to see it on our YouTube channel. All right. So you are going to see it on the live section on the YouTube channel. So we need you to have a conclusion where you conclude if there are any recommendations, strategies for particular industries to implement so that they can drive growth or improve. So we're going to need you to put that in your conclusion and your recommendation, and any other thing that you feel um, might be beneficial to your submission. Okay, so how then can you build a portfolio? So we're going to be using Medium to build our portfolio. All right, so there are so many means to build a portfolio. It is not until you have a portfolio website before you can start building your portfolio. No, you can build a portfolio anywhere. All right, but I think Medium is going to be the best, right? Because So I think Medium is going to be the best, because as you build your portfolio, you write about it. So I'm going to walk you to the list. When you open your profile, you are going to have your home section, your list, and your about. So your about is basically just about yourself. Okay, so it's basically just about yourself. Then your list. This is where I'm coming to. In list, you can have. We're going to give you three tasks, right? So you can put that three tasks in a list. So you can say I have three lists here. I have a reading list. I have data analytics project, even though it's empty, right? So I have data analytics project. I have HNG data analysis internship. So when I open this list, I'm going to show you how you can create a list too. So when I open this list, so work with me as I show you all the projects I worked on and the insights I gained during the HNG 11 data analysis internship. From data cleaning and data visualization to predictive modeling, each project taught me something new. So this is just a little intro into the projects, right? So in this list, there are three projects, as you can see: predicting the next flood date in the city of Lagos, ensuring election integrity, outlier detection. Okay, so this was actually the first task, which is first glance observations on a retail data set. So I have three projects in this list. Now I can share this list or the link to this list with an employer. So let's say an employer is asking for my portfolio. So when I come here to this icon, right, I can click on it and copy this link and share it with a potential employer, or even include it in my resume. So how can you create a list? Let us go there. Now, before you create a list, so I'm going to go back to my home page. Before you create a list, the first thing you will need to do is upload that article or create that article before you create a list. So after creating your article, so let's say I want to add, okay. So let me go back to list and just delete this particular list. I'm going to delete this list. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my home section. All right. So let's say I want to add data cleaning and transformation in Power Query to Amdor Analytics Internship. So that is going to be the name of your list. So please take note. Remember, attentiveness to instructions. All right. So we're going to check. Okay. So attentiveness to instructions. So let's say I want to add this article to Amdor Analytics Internship. After posting this article, I'm going to come to this save icon. If you can see my cursor, I'm going to come to this save icon. I'll click on it, and then it will tell me to choose a list. So I do not want to save it in my reading list. So I'm going to create a new list. I'll come down here to click on create new list. So I'm going to give this list a name. I'll call it Amdor Analytics Internship. Okay, Amdor Analytics Internship. So you can choose to make it private, but we do not want you to make it private. So do not make it private. So anytime you want to make it private, it's probably maybe your list, you are still working on your list. Like maybe the projects you want to add in that list, they're not completed, but that's fine with us, okay? So whatever tasks that you have completed, upload it to that list. So now I'm going to create the list. Okay, now when I go to list, all right. Okay, so it's not there yet. So I'm going to click on my save icon again for data cleaning and transformation in Power Query. I'll click on it. Okay, so it's here. Okay, so sorry, just hold on. Yeah, so I'm going to go back to list. So let's see if it is currently here. And then I'm going to refresh. So I'm just going to refresh my browser. Okay, so I have that here. As you can see, one story has been added. When I open my Amdor Analytics internship, I have my first task. All right. So anytime you share your list link with people, when they come here, they are able to see all the projects that you have worked on in this your list. All right. And then you can also edit your list. You can edit your list info by coming here to these three dots, click on it and edit list info, where you talk about what this list is about. Oh, this is Amdor Analytics Internship, gaining practical experience in the world of data, anything that is going to catch the attention of your audience. So let me add another article to that list. I'm going to go back to my home section. So let's see. Okay, so I'm going to add this article to my list by coming here. So remember, you have to upload your article first before you can add it to a list. I'm going to come to this save icon, and then I'll select Amdor Analytics. So I don't want it to be added to my reading list, just Amdor Analytics. All right. So when I go back to my list, you can see now that I have two. So let's assume these are projects. I have two projects in this list. Oh, sorry. Okay. I've not opened my list yet. So I'm going to open my Amdor Analytics internship list. So you can see now that I have two articles in this list. So now that is how you can upload, you can create a list and add articles to your list. Now, how can you create an article? in Medium. So when you open your Medium account, how do you create an article? So here on this page, on my home section, at the top here, you will see this right button or icon, right? So I'm going to click on it. I'll click on this. So this will let me to start writing my article. Okay, so let's just do something basic. Okay. Okay. My experience as a data. So this is the title. My experience as a data analyst intern. I can come down to tell your story and start writing my story. All right. So I can just come here and write whatever I want to write. So let's just start with a one sentence. Okay, so before that, I told you about the importance of adding graphics to your article because it's a way to catch the attention of your audience. So to add images or anything at all. So you see this plus button here. I'm going to click on it and then I'll click on the first button, which lets me add an image. So I'll click on this button and then okay, so let me go to my pictures and just add something. So I'm going to click on the image that I want to add and then click on open. Now you have the image here. All right. So you can choose to caption your image. All right. You can choose to caption your image. Like, okay, maybe you want to leave a little caption to your image, like where you got your image from, or you can say image showing, let's see. Okay, so all right, so let me caption this image. So it's optional, it's not compulsory. So I can say coffee fermentation analysis by Yasmin. So I can come down and start writing on this particular project about my experience as an intern. Okay, so I can write a text here. I can write a text here or not if I want. Okay, all right, so let's see what else we can do. Like I said, I'm not going to show you everything. Okay, so you can actually go online and research on how to use Medium better, but it's actually very straightforward. So for those who would be using SQL, or maybe you want to use Python, or maybe you want to show us the formula you wrote, the DAX formula you wrote, or whatever code. So anything that falls in the category of codes, functions, formulas, there is a way you can let us know on Medium. So when I click on this plus icon, I can go to so where is it? All right, so I'm going to come here to my code block. I'll click on it and then I can write a code. So select all. So this is an SQL syntax, okay? So select all from Amdor underscore analytics. All right, so this is a code. It can be anything. All right. So you can come down again and start writing whatever you want to write. And when you are done, you click on publish. When you're done writing your article, you click on publish. All right. So let me publish this. I'm going to delete it. So you can see this is the first thing that my audience is going to see, or my audience are going to see when they look or when they come across my article. And then for the topic, I can choose to add a topic. So let's say data. I'll select that. Analysis, Excel. Okay, Excel. So the reason why it is recommended to add topics is so that your audience or your readers know what your story is about. Okay. So, and it's also a way for you to reach out to more or to a larger audience. All right. So you can schedule for later or you can publish and send now. So maybe you don't want to post it now. Maybe there's still some things that you want to work on. Or maybe you want to post it. Okay, let's say you want to post it tomorrow, not today. You can schedule it for later or you can publish now. So I'm going to click on publish and send now. When I do that, it is going to publish my story. Now it has been published and I have it here. Okay, so your story has been published and sent. Great. So I have it here. Now I'm going to go back to my profile and I will add what I just published to my list. So let's see where is that. Okay, so this is it here. My experience as a data analyst intern. So make sure that you have a nice write-up, okay? Make sure that you have a nice write-up, not something like this. So I'm going to add this article by coming to this save icon, click on it, and then I will add it to Amdor Analytics Internship. And then, okay, so I'm going to go to my list, Amdor Analytics Internship. So now you can see what I have here. So this is what we want from you guys when we give you a task. Upload the task, add it to your Amdor Analytics internship link because we are going to request for that link. Okay, so that is it for how to get started. How to get started with Medium.
All right, thank you very much for that wonderful presentation, Sandra.
Sorry, let me stop sharing my
For,
screen. Okay, all right.
yeah, thank you very much. Okay, so that's wonderful presentation,
There's a
right?
question
Okay,
here.
I'm going to take questions.
All right.
Okay. Okay, yeah, you can go ahead.
So there's a question here that says, can the same article be posted on both LinkedIn and Medium from one project? Well, okay, so let me even explain why we need you to post on LinkedIn and why we need you to post on Medium. So no, the same article cannot be posted. It can, but just that you have to make sure that you're on LinkedIn. The article there is not that long because we all know, right? People on LinkedIn, you just need to bring out your key insights from your analysis, from your task. Bring out your key insights on your LinkedIn, then go into in-depth details on Medium. All right, so Medium is where you can go into your methodology, how you're able to do it. But on LinkedIn, just walk us through your key insights. Okay, you can post a PDF, right? You can post a PDF, an image for your LinkedIn, but on your, what's it called? On your Medium, you go into in-depth details of your task. And Idara Favor asks, is there a threshold to how many minutes read the article should be? No. Express yourself. Okay, so remember you want to stand out to make it to the next level. So express yourself, but make sure that whatever you are putting in there is something that can be easily understood. All right, so whatever you want to put in there must be something that can be easily understood. So if you don't have a Medium account, remember again, go online, search for how you can create a Medium account. All right, so I would just end it here.
Right. Thank you very much for that wonderful presentation, Sandra. And I think we have a lot of people that want to say something or you want to ask questions. Please always drop your questions in the comment box, because I just want you to make use of the comment box today. Yeah, drop your questions there. And of course, we are going to treat every question from the beginning to the end of the questions. We are going to treat them, right? That's wonderful presentation on how you can create, get LinkedIn and Medium accounts, and of course, how you can create list of everything that you are going to be working on. Not just that, right? Have a good portfolio there. Now, let me approach something on what my colleague has said so far. Now, some people asked, I saw someone a question that, okay, if we post something on LinkedIn or Medium, can it be automatically be posted on LinkedIn? All right. Now, I don't want you to do that. Okay. So, see what we want you to do on your LinkedIn, just like Sandra said. What we want you to do post on your LinkedIn is your final findings, right? Let me say your dashboard, right? Your dashboard. Okay, so that's what you wanted to post on LinkedIn. Okay, put some few keywords there. You'll find this. That's what we want you to post on LinkedIn. Now, on your Medium, we need a detailed analysis, right? I should have shared my screen to share my LinkedIn, my Medium account. Okay, this is what we do. When you move to this stage, when you are cleaning your data, even when on Power Query, you can screenshot your Power Query. Okay, this is how I was able to clean this data. I did this thing. Your DAX functions, you can screenshot your DAX functions. That means when you are working on your project, right? Screenshot every steps of the project. Oh, at this stage, I was able to clean my data using let's assume you use Python, right? I use Python. This place I used this. I imported the libraries and thereabout, right? And when you're using Power BI or you are using Tablet, right? Just screenshot every steps of your analysis, how you be able to achieve them, and that's what we need you to post on LinkedIn, because we need analysis detailed analysis. Now let's talk about the okay. Let me take one question here. How many weeks is the duration for this for the internship? Okay, you joined the rate. I think we said this thing earlier. The internship is just a month. It's a 1 month. Okay, that means it's 4 weeks. Okay, so let's dive into how then do I submit my everything that I've done, right? Okay, I've seen you guys said that we should post here, we should post here. How do we submit it? Let's talk about it. How do you submit it? Now, just like I said, let me say it again because of people that are just joining, right? This program, you are going to get this internship program, you will get 3 tasks to work on. Now, the first task will come every let me say Saturdays, right? But then because of today, we are having the body session. So you get the tax tomorrow. Now tomorrow being Sunday, right? Now when you get the tax tomorrow, you have to submit it every at least 11:59 p.m. every Friday. On your Medium, it should be there. On your LinkedIn, it should be there. And you tag Amdor Analytics because that's how we can see it. You tag Amdor Analytics, go on LinkedIn. You can see us on LinkedIn and follow our page, right? Follow our social media handles. I think we are going to send all our social media handles to you. You can follow all our social media handles, right? Now you tag us on LinkedIn. Now, when you do that, we are going to get details. Oh, you have seen we have seen that you've submitted, right? Now there is a form that we are going to give you. On that form, you are to drop the link of your post, right? You are to drop the link of your post for the LinkedIn and on your for the Medium account, the Medium post, right? You are to drop it on that form, right? So everything you are going to get that before the end of submission, before the time you will submit, right? So you have to submit the link every week. Now, every Sunday is 2 p.m. But if the time is changed, we'll let you know. But every Sundays, 2 p.m., we are going to be having live feedback from their professionals, okay, where we will tell you, oh, you did not do well. Now, the reasons why we ask you to submit on Fridays, because Saturday will give us time for us to go through every of submission and then look at it, find out, okay, who are those that are moving to the next level and then about blah, blah. So it's not everybody that will move to the second page. Well, we wish everybody to move to the second stage actually, right? So we pick the worst performing committed to the interns, right? So they will move to the second stage. From that second stage, you move to the third stage. Now, the last week, which will be the fourth week of the internship, right? The fourth week will be overall, let's go, it's going to be general presentation, right? You are going to come walk us through all the three projects you work on. And then that day, just like I don't know if any of you have actually attended custom project, hackathon, right? You have done hackathon, you have done custom project, and how you present it, right? Defend your project. So that will be what we'll be working on the fourth week. So everything you've done, you come on the fourth week, present to the their professionals that will be on the call that day, and then of course we give you our own feedback as well. So that will be doing on the fourth week, right? Now, deadlines for the submission is every Friday, 11:59 p.m. 11:59 p.m. And everything that you need to know, the mentorship and every other thing, or during the live feedback, will be giving you that and that, right? So I don't know if you have any question. I don't know. Somebody want to add anything so that we can take questions as well.
Yeah, remember, so don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. Remember, right? You are in this internship because you want to gain experience, you want to showcase your skills to potential employers. I was going to tell you how I got a role as a senior data analyst in a firm here in Lagos. All right. So here was the thing. So this is just to encourage you and for you to see the need why having a solid portfolio is really important and why this internship is also going to let you build that solid portfolio. All right. So, the executive director reached out to me himself, and that was because he has been following me and seeing what I have been posting on my LinkedIn. So imagine if you have a LinkedIn account and you do not post anything there, how are people going to know, okay, this is what this person is good at? Right? So what one of the things that helped me was my active engagement on my LinkedIn. I was posting, actively posting. When you're looking for something, when you're looking for a job, you know that you have to be active. You have to be actively, posting, right? So that was what I was doing. I'm not just posting about anything. So there are times where you post as if okay, you're a beginner. So it's nice when you're a beginner. I like when people are honest. Okay, if you're a beginner, let people know that you're a beginner. You can post, right? You can post, okay, this is what I've been able to do. People are able to see your growth that, okay, this person is learning. This person is open to learning. Now, let me tell you the second thing that actually helped me land that role. Um, all right. So he didn't even request. I told him that, okay, I'm going to show you some of the things that I have done for my clients. What I just did was I brought out two top projects that I did. To me, they weren't even top, but I brought them out and I was able to walk him through these projects, the methodologies of these projects, and show him what I was able to do. And he was impressed. So even when you are going for an interview, you have to like be confident about it, right? Whatever you are presenting, be confident. So confidence. So I confidently walked him through two projects that I had worked on. Okay. And also after that was transparency. I let him know that I am open to learning more as long as it is going to help me work more efficiently. It is going to help us with our job or with my job or help me with my job as a data analyst in the company. I'm open to learning. And he actually gave a feedback that, oh, wow, that this is something new. All right. So you have to be transparent. Let them know that you're open to learn because no one is an island of knowledge, or how they say it, nobody is an island of knowledge. The more you work on data, the more you grow. And that was how I was able to go. You know how people start from entry data analyst or entry level? I was able to jump that step. You can see it's like a double promotion kind of thing, right? And this wouldn't have happened if I had not developed my skills. So it's not enough that, oh, I know how to use Microsoft Excel to do pivot tables. You need to work on projects. And that is why this internship is important for you. So you have to take it serious, right? Because you're not making any payments. So the least that you can do is to take it very, very, very serious. And I know that a lot of people, right, after this internship, a lot of people are going to land gigs. That I believe, that is if you do well, because you have to do the work. All right, that is just all I have to say. And I do hope to see you guys, to see your submissions. Like we said, we are going to give you instructions. You have to follow the instructions. It's very, very important. Follow the instructions on how to submit. Like Chinyere said, submission is every Friday, 11:59 p.m. West African time. You have to submit on or before that time. Anything past that time, it means you're not moving to the next stage. So it won't be like, oh, we are too strict or we are not giving you guys opportunity. All right, so you should know this now. Okay, so I hope you guys have, let us know whatever questions you have. Let us know. All right, Chinyere, you can move on from here.
All right, thank you very much for that, Sandra. Okay, guys, so can you guys help me to celebrate Sandra? She just told you guys how she got her new role, right? And that was celebrating, and that's actually a big plus for us at Amdor Analytics. That yes, we are all doing well, right? Every staff of Amdor Analytics are actually doing well. For people to actually look at us and say, "Come on, these guys, what?" Even the CEO, right? To actually reach out to us to tell us, "Come on, can you take up this role?" And do you know what? Do you know amazing thing about some of you setting yourself out there, you selling yourself, right? Building in the public is because people can reach out to you and they'll trust me. There'll be a time that people will reach out to you for a particular role. You tell them, no, come on, I won't take it. Now you're not trying to be proud, right? But you start negotiating, right? I have to be very honest. Someone called me yesterday. There was a job I did for one company here in Lagos, Nigeria. That was about 3 months or 4 months ago. And after that, they called me. I was at work yesterday when they called me if I can take that. It's very urgent, right? But if I can take up that contract again, and I asked them how much do you want to pay, and they wanted to add it money from what they did other, and I said no, this is the amount I want to collect because it's very stressful from my house going to that place. I'll end up about 3 or 4 buses before I'll get there, so it's very very stressful and all that. Right? I told them this is the amount I will collect. They say we cannot afford that. I said oh, thank you for for actually reaching out again the second time, right? So these are the things that you can actually give yourself, okay? Set yourself to that standard by showing what you can do, by building in the public, right? And I want to believe we have said a lot about this internship, and I want to believe if I have had this opportunity when I started my career, to be very honest, right? I wouldn't even want somebody to even be pushing me, you need to do it, you need to do it. Because then you're actually like, God, where can we even get this opportunity? I remember when I had that opportunity, you had to pay. I was like, God, I don't have this money, right? I went back. So you had this opportunity that people are talking to you, you are not paying anything. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for for staying back. We are bouncing back to work now. So before and tomorrow, okay, tomorrow you will get your first project. Okay, you will get your first project to work on tomorrow. If there's any question, please drop your questions. If there's no questions, we can just call it a day here. So because we have another class to take, so we can prepare ourselves for that. And don't forget, this is Amdor Analytics, and we are a tech company specialized in training individuals in the field of data analytics, data science, and business analysis. Right? For people, I don't know how many people that on this call that you don't even have any experience at all, and you're looking for that at a company where you can actually build the people that you know that these guys are not just be by talking. right? They are showing workings, right? People that are not just selling themselves, but people that can guide you through, people that are working already in the industry that will help you to acquire these skills, right? Because I saw someone that said that, how about us that have not had any experience in data analytics, right? Now, if you're looking for that tech company that you want to start your journey with, this is the best place you can do it, right? We are not learners, we are experts, all right? This is where you can do it. Sometimes, yeah, of course, you'll be seeing a lot of our trainers. Um, when we dive in fully into this program, you'll be seeing others, right? Thank you very much, and God bless you, and nice to have you guys here again. So if there's no question, we can call it a day.
But I think there is something that I want to say before we go.
All
Yes.
right.
All right. So okay. So we know that we said that there are people who will not move past level one because we are only looking for outstanding performances. It doesn't mean that you didn't do well, right? But it just means that the other person or other people did a little bit or did more better than you did. All right. So whether or not you move to the next stage, don't take it as a negative thing. The fact that you are here is an experience on its own, right? All what we've said here now is something to gain from. All right. So don't take it as a negative thing. I believe that when we give you this first task, even if you don't move on to the next stage, you already have an idea how it feels to be in the work environment, right? Like you already have that kind of experience, that kind of feel. So on your own, you literally do not need to be in an organization for you to get the needed experience that would propel you for greater things in your career. You can build projects on your own. So even beyond here, from your own, I always advise people always work on something. Don't wait for somebody for someone or for a company to come and give you their data before you gain your experience. No, you can build that experience from your own. You can create your experience from scratch. All right. So that is just it. And yeah, the thing that I want to even say, yes. So whether or not you move on to the next stage, whenever we are having our live feedback, everyone would join, right? Whenever we're having our live feedback, you are all permitted to join. Just that you won't be permitted to, or you won't take part in that particular task, but you will be permitted to join to see how we are analyzing people's submission and all of that. So would the LinkedIn and Medium post be under the same time frame as the project, or will it be after the third week? No. I don't know. No, 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 no. So every task that we give to you, after completing that task, we need you to make a post on LinkedIn, a brief post on LinkedIn, okay? And then make a more elaborate post on Medium where you show us different images. If it is a code that you wrote, you show us how the codes that you wrote on your Medium. All right. So after every task. So thank you everybody for joining.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. Thank you very much, everyone. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you once again. And just like if you have not yet followed any of our social media handles, we are going to drop it on the in your WhatsApp group so that you can as well click and join. Yeah, follow us on all our social media platforms, right? See you guys. You will get the emails, please, before the end of tomorrow. You will get your first tax. All right. Bye. Bye, everyone. Cheers.
Cheers.